So in life, we were never promised that you would never have a bad day. And in fact, it's the bad days that you have to remember that persistence is going to be the key. Seven years ago, if you were to look at my life, I grew up with an alcoholic and abusive father. I grew up thinking that I was nothing, that I was worthless, and I had people that loved me and people that believed in me, but I had a lie that consumed my life, and I believed everything it told me, and that lie is suicide. And in 2013, when my dad passed away, it was just another bad thing that I felt happened to my life, and I let the bad things consume me. It was all negativity, and I just wanted to give up, and I had to keep telling myself, don't give up, be persistent. Life is going to be worth it. There's got to be something that I'm going to do in this life, and still I let the lie of suicide just keep on and keep telling me that I was nothing, I wasn't going to be anything. And then eventually I felt like I just wanted to give in. And about a month after my dad died, I can remember the day like it was yesterday. Everything was just dark. I got in an argument with my mom. I got in an argument with my best friend. My dad had already passed away. I felt like I had nobody, and I felt like I was nobody. I ended up being hospitalized, and then I went to another hospital for help. And when I was at that hospital, I realized that I had two choices. I could either be thankful for this life and make something out of it because I'm not worthless, or I can continue to believe the lie of suicide and feel like I was nothing. I chose not to give up. And if you would have told me 7 years ago that today I would be getting married in 2 months, or that I would have graduated college, that I would have just bought a house, that I would be a teacher, I probably would have laughed at you, because my life was so dark. I felt like I didn't deserve any of those things because I let that lie of suicide consume my life. I was determined that the only thing that was going to happen to me was bad. I was never going to have anything in life. I was never going to be anything in life. And that was my thought pattern. And I had to learn that I can't give up. I have to keep pushing. Nothing's ever going to be handed to me. Nothing's going to happen in one day. You're going to have to work for it. But in the end, it's going to pay off. Life is 5% what happens to you and 95% of how you react to it. And I had to make the decision that I wasn't going to react to everything negatively. I wasn't going to give up. I was going to be persistent. I was going to make something out of my life. I decided that I was going to enroll in college, and I enrolled in college at Valdosta State University, completed a 4-year degree in early childhood education, and become a first grade teacher here in Coffee County. I met my fiance 3 years ago, and I'm getting married to him in 2 months. It took me 3 years to be able to buy my house. In those 3 years, I cried, I was upset. It felt like it was never going to happen, and then it did. So you can't ever just think that because you have a bad day one day, that you're going to have a bad day for the rest of your life, because one day is so small compared to all the days that you're given. My name is Kayla Stevens, and this is my story. Suicide is a lie, and your life is worth living.